I think in my journey, I've always been transparent and authentic. I think that helps to connect with people, you know. So taking action is important. You plant the seeds out there and something comes back to you. And then something does transform. And you think, oh my God, how did that even happen? I think you definitely feel content when you have found your purpose in life. And there could be so many different purposes. It's not just one purpose. Like, I mean, you know, like, okay, what is that one purpose? I think we have so many different purposes in life.
Hi everyone, I'm Camilo Torres, and welcome again to Flowcast. In here, we're going to have amazing conversations with the beautiful people that has joined our community. We're going to get a lot of inspirations for their life journeys, passions, creations, because we believe that when you share your unique story, you can inspire others. So please enjoy this new post, and also would love to invite you to join our community. And if you would like to be part of this Flowcast, please go to our website to flowwithcommunity.com for more information. Thank you. So please welcome Sapna Sisodia and Sapna.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. And thank you so much for being part of the community. And thank you so much for.
I think it's amazing what you're doing, yeah.
Thank you. And thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to learn from you as I've been learning for everyone that is here sharing the story. So
amazing.
Yeah, let's get started. So I have followed you a little bit on LinkedIn and your studio. So you're the founder of Koshi Studio.
Yoshi Studio.
Yoshi Studio. Yes.
Yeah.
And you have a blog there, which is very interesting.
Yes.
But I would love you to share
your
journey, how maybe your childhood influence your life journey, and
absolutely. So my entrepreneurial journey, I think I was always entrepreneurial. In fact, adversities in my life have served as a catalyst for transformation. And I have noticed when I look back, when things fell apart, it just made me go into the entrepreneurial journey of starting something new. So Yoshi Studio, when I look back, when I joined the Dots, is from, I always did production, I always did something in fashion. And when I look back and joined the Dots, it's like, okay, this is what I was always supposed to do. And my story is I have started the studio somehow in Mumbai. And my childhood, in my blog, I do talk about how as little children, my mom and dad were going through this divorce, and my mom took me and my brother to India. As little children, we didn't know what was going on, and we end up in Mumbai, and we're miserable. It's monsoon, and we're just like, oh my God, how long are we going to be here for? We were there for 1 or 2 years, and that's a big change. And now, where I live is in those spots where we're as little kids taking photos, and you look back and be like, oh my God, like you would never think this would have happened. But yeah, it's like India's an incredible place, but it is out of my comfort zone. I don't know anyone there really, and starting to, it's been a challenge, but I think my childhood has made me resilient because we were moved around a lot. My mom was a single parent, so so we built up a lot of resilience. So it's just about keep going, and
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting. And I love that I mean, without knowing, you came back to Mumbai now because you're Indian.
I'm British Indian.
British Indian. Yeah. And then you're now living in Mumbai.
I'm living there, but I feel like as an entrepreneur, I love meeting people from all walks of life, and I think people always give me inspiration. And I travel to London. I'm here. It's always going to be home for me. Paris, Mumbai. So when someone asks me, where do you live? I'm like, well, I have,
Everywhere.
yeah, I'm floating around everywhere. But yeah, it's amazing.
And I love that what you said, that people is your inspiration, because
Yeah,
also for me it's
yeah, yeah.
like you learn so much from people, and I
Mm.
think if you're open to that,
I
then
was
you don't
just
have.
about to exactly what you said. If you're open to that, like build relationships. I think it's so important to build relationships, and that's definitely helped me to build relationships someday, somehow. It's not just about getting business, or sometimes you just feel inspired by someone. Like I feel inspired by what you're doing, building a community, and so
Nice.
little inspirations or big inspirations, whatever you can gain.
Nice. And how that helped you to build your Yoshi studio? How that helped? I
Uh,
wanna like
big,
on your entrepreneurial life.
um, I think I was always entrepreneurial. Even when I was working in jobs, I've worked in all kinds of jobs like
Mm-hmm.
supermarkets, accounting. I was always talking to people. I think I learnt so much from everywhere. So for Yoshi Studio, it is about um, being a leader, but being a leader in a creative way, dealing with people all the time, dealing with creative people, dealing with clients. Um, I think in my journey, I've always been transparent and authentic. I think that helps to connect with people. So,
I love it.
yeah,
Wow. You have said a lot of things.
yeah,
I'm very related to that. So
yeah, yeah.
I also work in as a sales
Oh,
advisor, a
amazing.
manager, and other industries like fashion,
Yeah.
Apple. Even I work for
Oh,
Apple.
wow.
But anyway, but then with that, connecting with people is very important.
Mm,
What you said is being
mm,
authentic
mm.
is so important. And
Oh,
when
yeah,
you're in another level, like when
yeah.
you're managing people,
Mm.
I think people appreciate that, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No,
Yeah.
absolutely. No, yeah, people do appreciate it, and it makes you feel nice as well when you're authentic.
Right.
It's,
Yes, because it's your true colors, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
that's it. There is nothing else that.
exactly. No, absolutely. And I I think that is part of growth and spirituality, and that is one of the key things. Is
Nice.
just be yourself and let things flow as well. Because I remember before, I think we're always evolving as people,
Mm-hmm.
as humans, and before I used to be so like, oh my god, I need to get this, or I need to push this, and it's like I think everything happens at the right time as well. Yeah,
Nice. And going to what you said about spirituality,
yeah,
how has been that journey? And then, yeah, I would love to know.
yeah,
And I love that you connected to being authentic
yeah,
with that
yeah,
spirituality. I love that because
yeah,
I
yeah,
am also in that journey
yeah, yeah,
and I got that. But
yeah.
yeah, I would love you to
Um,
explain.
yeah. So my spiritual journey, it's always been there, I guess. Of course, like we all do, we get lost along the way, and I guess I used to be very frivolous, and in love, but I did have it always in me, and it accelerated when a lot of things started to fall apart, and fall apart in a way. It was horrible. It was just like, oh my god, now what do I do? Like relationships breaking down, professional journey breaking down. But because I had that spiritual knowledge, because I read a lot about it, I'm part of this group in India where we learn Vedanta, which is a philosophy of life, and it's all scriptures of the Gita. And
Mm.
so so I guess it was like, okay, I know all this, I have the knowledge, now use it. I think the higher energy or someone says, okay, this is a test, now use it, use the knowledge you've gained, and it just transformed into this beautiful life where everything just started to fall back into place in things I really wanted in life, and it just felt nice, it felt aligned. So yeah, and doesn't mean, I'm sure there'll be other glitches along the way, but it's
Mm-hmm.
about trusting the process. So yeah.
Nice. And I thank you for sharing that, and it's
Yeah.
special. And I think what you said is like a lot of people, it's getting a lot of knowledge, but knowledge some like you need to practice
Yeah,
that
you definitely
knowledge.
need to implement it. um no, for sure, because I'll talk to some people, and some people are still, I think their time will come, but they're stuck in that phase and going round and round, and it's like, it's I don't know, it is hard when you're in it, and I think it's about discovering that journey, and it's not easy. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Would you like to share what makes you, what was the turning point of, okay, time to get that knowledge and time to practice it?
I think many times in different stages, different things fell apart, and the only comfort I could get is turning to believing there was a higher power, writing things down. I think I was very clear what I
Mm.
wanted. Um, I wanted my circle, my atmosphere where I work, the kind, to wake up and not have that pressure, or you just know it, right? When you don't feel right about something, you become allergic to it. Even people or your environment, you just feel allergic, and we don't need to live like that, to be honest. So you can change it.
Mm.
Of course, when I went through this transformation and changing, I had to cut back on a lot of things like lifestyle. When you have a job, you have income coming in, and it's like, that paycheck's going to come in next month, and the facilities and the perks. So I knew that, okay, this is all going to go, and I have to go back to basics. And it wasn't that bad. It worked out well, and I'm glad I did it.
I
So
like I love what you said, because it's like let go. It's very hard,
absolutely.
and it's this is part of the spiritual journey.
Hmm.
And also, yeah, there is some situations that makes you like, okay, time to,
Yeah.
some people get it very soft and
Yes,
then they
exactly.
start,
Yeah,
but some
exactly.
other, personally, I didn't get it that soft. But I did, but then it was nice. I love it.
Mm,
And I think life gives you, as you said, like some people, I think life gives you some situations in the same, and then it's up to you how you respond to those
oh,
situations.
absolutely,
And if you
absolutely.
keep going to respond it to the same way, you will
Mm-mm-mm.
never evolve.
Yeah, because I think we also get attached to so many things, and it's like, oh, but if I if I let go of that, then I'm gonna lose that, and I'm not. Then I think you're just collecting too many things,
Mm-hmm.
and you just become heavy. So it's good to just let things go, and then start fresh, and just keep moving on. And for me, money will always come and go. Yeah, of course it's important, but it's okay as well.
Mm-hmm. I think, well, that's another topic, because money, well, which let go and everything, but it's all about the energy and how you treat that
Mm-hmm.
energy
Mm.
into your life.
Yeah.
So what you say about like let go of a salary or something, of course, it's important,
Mm.
but sometimes you need to just reframe how you treat
Mm. Mm.
that energy,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah, and
and yeah, let
it's
go.
it's
Yeah,
amazing when you don't have how you can be creative with less money.
yeah,
You
yes.
find creative ways of still doing things you enjoy, and going places, and it just kind of comes to you, and it's like, I haven't missed out on a lot, let's say. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think you say something before about trusting in the process,
Oh yeah.
uh, which there is, that's also another big thing in this spiritual journey. So you said something very special, which is let it go. But trusting the process, I would love to know more about that from you.
I think it comes with experience, experiencing the adversities of trusting the process. I think earlier on, when you're young or bad things happen or you don't get that toy, you're not going to think, you throw tantrums and you're upset and like, why is this happening to me? And it's like you play victim and all that stuff happens. But a long time, you look back, and I look back at some of my failed moments, but I did take action. So taking action is important. You plant the seeds out there and something comes back to you. And then something does transform, and you think, oh my God, how did that even happen? Like, basically, that acted as the transformation, to open up another door. And I think every time those kind of things have happened, I do say to the higher energy, or, I'm just like, thank you. Like, it was okay in the end. And just, I remind myself, just remember that things will always work out. As long as you're on the right track and you're doing the right things and in the right way, things will, of course, we have different choices, but, things do work out. And it just gets better and better, in fact.
100%.
Yeah.
And would you like to share anything that happened to you in that regards, that you say, okay, let's trust and see how it goes?
Oh, so many things. I think so many things. Relationships, the wrong kind of guys coming into your life, then the right guys coming into your life, friendships, work, I think from childhood, really, because I mean, my mom and dad were always, I came from a difficult childhood, was moved around, so everything was an obstacle. But when I look back, everything's just, I've come out fine, I guess.
Nice. And I think that's very tight with controlling. And maybe I mean, from my experience, I used to like trying to control everything, control the results.
It's exhausting, right?
It's exhausting, and then you don't let the universe and let life, the process, to just flow.
Yeah.
And I think for me, when like the last 2 years, I've been just what you said, start the action, doesn't mean, and then I'll see how it goes. I'm not going to say, okay, this is going to be this point. No, if life, the universe, or anything, however you want to call it, said to me, okay, no, it's not that path, it's going to be this path. Go for it.
Yeah. I think it's about being decisive as well. Once you've chosen your path, just be decisive, and things fall into place quicker. I think when you're indecisive, you end up not doing anything. You're just like, and fear starts to grow. Yeah. And once fear grows, you're just freeze, and you're like, okay, forget it, and you find ways of not doing things.
Right. And I think yes, 100%. And then that's magical. And do you think with the spiritual journey that we all are on, and I guess it's a journey that's never ending, do you think change is also important for that journey?
To be on the spiritual journey, you have to change,
like accepting change.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you can't accept change, then there's no transformation, is there? So of course you do have to accept change. I think acceptance is very important. Because like circumstances, things have happened, you can't look back and like ponder on, if I did it this way, if I did it that way. And so to move ahead, you have to.
100%.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I've been also in that process of change.
And do you feel like you're always still learning, and
yeah, and I think when you're open for change, life flows.
Yeah.
And everything flows, so it's very important.
And I'm sure even for you it's still difficult, that you find some difficulties in the journey, and it's never like, oh, now I'm squeaky clean and everything's gonna be, I still have, I don't know, like you have that in the back of your head, like, okay, some days will be amazing, some weeks, but you still face challenges, and like, okay, now how do I deal with this? Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
And that's a part of the game, and
Exactly.
that's yeah, it's up to you how your mindset plays. If you see those changes or difficulty in a bad way,
Mm.
well,
Mm.
you're going to have a kind of a rough journey. But if you see it as, look, it's for a reason, let's move on, let's continue,
Yeah.
then your life is going to
How
change.
do you think some people respond to that when, I don't know, if someone's going for a bad time, you say, but I went through the journey, this is what you have to do, and like,
What do you mean?
because it's not that easy just to.
No, I think, I mean, I was talking with some friends,
Yeah.
and I think what we're talking before,
Yes.
we, when you are in this journey, you starting attracting the same people,
Agreed. That's the point.
and then we starting sharing those experiences, which are very important and
Absolutely.
essential
Yeah.
for all of us to grow.
Absolutely.
But then I share as well that, first of all, my journey is very different as yours. Like, we all different, but accepting and the change and the rough moments, it's all in your mind, and it's all, if you think it's negative, then you're starting going to really bad path.
Yeah.
And you're going to start playing with your emotional health and mental health.
Oh my God, yeah.
But then when you think like, okay, this happened, I'm going to make a silly example. Oh, it's raining and I had that summer clothes. Well, it's great. It's the water is watering my plants. I don't know. The water is going to make sexy the body. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
no, I 100% agree with you. Yeah.
White t-shirts.
Yeah.
You know, like
substitute. Yeah.
Like
and
that's it for a reason. Oh, maybe I stay home because it's raining, and then just
and read a nice book and cuddle up,
and then you learn from that book, and then
exactly.
you stop doing, and then you just rest your body. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And I really like understand when you talk about, you do start attracting the right people with the right values. I think that's super important.
100%.
For sure. Yeah.
And how I mean, we're talking about like accepting trusting, which is very, very hard. And that's one of the things that you asked me, and then until you don't do it, you cannot go into that path. But do you think that will take you to start finding your purpose in life? Do you believe in purposive life?
Yes, I do believe in the purpose of life. So I don't think I think it's also, when you talk about trust in the process, but it's about enjoying the process as well, enjoying the journey. And your purpose will be found, right? So you'll know when your purpose is found. I guess you'll feel happy, like content. I think you definitely feel content when you have found your purpose in life. And there could be so many different purposes. It's not just one purpose. Like, I mean, like, okay, what is that one purpose? I think we have so many different purposes in life.
100%. I'm completely agree.
But I definitely feel like, before I used to be like, oh, what's going to be my end destination? That's when I'm going to feel happy, finally. But I don't think that end destination ever happens, because you change, like you do something and then you want to do something else. You build up the destination. Okay, now I want to do this, now I want to do that, now I want to do that.
Because we evolve.
Exactly, we evolve. So just enjoy the journey. I think that's and I talk about that as well. I think that's super important.
That's special, and I love that, because your purpose is built up until you're transforming, until you're transforming this physical life, and then that's it. Everything you did was your purpose. It wasn't just one thing. Maybe this is a moment right now.
Right now, this is our purpose, and we're enjoying this moment and this conversation right now. So that's the journey.
Wow, this is it's really nice and a special one. Like, why we conclude just now, because I wasn't seeing it that way. And I'm like, wow, Interesting.
So all this knowledge has like, I think I've like just performed the exam and like, okay, this is all the knowledge I've learned.
Nice, love
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
And thank you for teaching.
No, no.
um, about creativity and
Yeah.
this journey of life, how creativity has been helpful for you in this process.
Yeah, I think I've always been creative, even in my mind. As a young child, I think I was thinking a lot. In fact, my mom and dad, for I was deaf because I never used to speak, but I could hear everything. I just chose not to speak. So it's so funny. Like, but I think I was always just thinking and very creative in my mind and just finding solutions. Growing up, yeah. So I've just creativity has been a big part of my life. Always thinking outside the box.
Nice.
Yeah, always thinking outside the box, and yeah.
I love that you were like listening.
Yeah, I think I've
Make you
always
very creative.
listened very carefully and thinking a lot as well. And yeah,
That's I think.
I think
That's
listen. Yeah, actually, you said it. Yeah, listening is very important, and that can be make you
and that's
very
very
creative.
important to be part of creativity. And
Yeah,
that I think is a talent that
there's
is
so many
worth
different forms of
this word.
creativity,
Yeah, 100%. But
right?
I think listening is something to that opens creativity
Oh yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
so important, and I think this word
Yeah,
needs.
yeah, and yeah, and just I think we used to have to use it even for transformation, also solutions. My work is very creative, but I'm more in the leadership role. But it's still you have to have a certain aesthetic and bring
Mhm,
in your
mhm,
vision. I think starting a business or even starting a community, creating you have to constantly find inspiration everywhere
100%.
to plug in. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much for this amazing conversation.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to end, well, first of all, how people can find you, your studio, how people can reach you.
So there's, I mean, nowadays I think we can be found as social media. Which is Sapna Sisodia, and then my company social media Instagram handle is the Yoshi Studio, and the website details are there, which is theyoshistudio.com, and
Perfect.
LinkedIn.
Perfect. I will
Yeah,
make sure that everything is written in the description of
amazing.
your
Yeah,
post, and then
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah,
amazing. And to end this Flowcast, and this is the first time that I'm calling it Flowcast
I
because
love it.
yesterday we had the pre-launch of the Flow events, and that's one
Amazing.
of the things.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, now it's going to be called Flowcast. We have 3 questions.
Yes.
You can answer with one word or
Okay.
one sentence.
Okay.
So that's a quick answer questions.
Okay.
What is creativity for you?
It would be transformation. To be
Nice.
creative, you have to always transform.
Wow.
And I mean, that's what caterpillars turn into butterflies. Transformation, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Beautiful.
I just thought of that. I was like, wait. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
What is your current creative expression?
Um, Trust in the process, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's that's another like I haven't. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
special.
Yeah.
And that's hard as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Like we mentioned before. Yeah.
Nice. And what flow, the last one is what flow means for you? Flow as the word.
Um, not being attached too much and going with the flow. I guess it is in the word. Just go with the flow with everything. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, thank you so much. It's
Thank
been
you.
great.
And yeah, this was amazing. And I guess the conversations with you, it makes sense. It does flow.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
very
Thank
easy
you.
to just,
Thank you.
have a
Thank
chat
you.
with. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Bye.
Bye.